Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. In today's video, I'm going to be working on week 48 in my 2018 Project Life album. This was the last week of November and the very first couple of days in December. But since most of the activities that we did this week were all kind of Christmas, December related, I decided to go ahead and start using some of the Christmas colors in my layout. So I've got my weekly card from the Storytelling Basics collection from Ali Edwards. I've got a couple of older ones from December Daily, ones from, I don't even know when, maybe just like a February Stories by the Month kit. And I think a couple of these actually came from a February kit, but because they had the reds in them, and the pinks actually I think go pretty nicely with the Christmas colors as well, I felt like they would be a good pairing with the colors I wanted to use in my layout this week. So I've got all of that pulled out here. I've got a tray full of December themed or just colored chipboard pieces that I'll use throughout the rest of this album. I have some textural pieces that I pulled out, so some pleather houses that are black, some of these felt stars. These came from the Evenings Story Kit, and these were from the Cozy Story Kit. I also have some cardstock stickers that are heart-shaped and they're in the right color tones as well. And then I've got a couple of puffy heart stickers in those reds and pinks, and then some of the asterisk chipboard from the Storytelling Basics collection. So this is essentially what I'm going to be using on the next 4 layouts, and then we'll do a final page and then that will be it. So let's go ahead and dive into this one and get started. All right, so first I'm going to go ahead and get everything set out here on my craft table. I will also grab over my week title card there and get that one stamped with this week's dates before I get into the embellishing of this layout. Let's start by talking about the photos here, and then I'll explain some of my embellishing choices. So for my photos, a lot of these were, well, the first 2 there are Jonah and Izzy just kind of like hanging out. Those were just photos taken at home about being at home. Then I've got a couple of photos in the middle there that are black and white because the quality of the photos weren't super great. But that was from a date night that Erin and I had. So that was our very first date night since having Jonah. And we just went to a nice little restaurant downtown in the town that we live in and had a fancy dinner together, which was nice. Then I've got some photos from picking out our very first Christmas tree, which is a funny story that I have documented in December Daily, but I wanted it documented here as well. Basically, we picked out our very first real tree we've ever had. And when my husband went to go get the tree put on top of our car, he told the people to put it inside the car instead because he didn't realize that they could tie it on the car and put the strings through the windows of our car in order to hold it on. So they had said like, oh, we'll put it through the windows. And he thought they meant like put the tree through the windows and not the string. And so he was like, no, just put it in the car. So we drove home with a tree in our car. And that's the picture that you can see of us below. And we do not have a super big car. So it was obnoxious and hilarious, and I think we all just cried laughing the entire time. And then the last couple pictures are of us decorating the tree and then putting up some garland on the outside of our house. So that's pretty much the stories for this week. To embellish my layout, what I did is I actually pulled out a bunch of these heart cardstock stickers that came in the Cozy Story Kit. The colors of them were great. They were greens and creams and reds, which worked out wonderfully with the colors in my spread this week. So I put those across the middle on all of those 3x4 photos, but I was one short. So what I did is I took the puffy heart stickers that I've pulled out to use in my December storytelling, and I had 2 of them that were the color red. So I added one to the last 3x4 card, and then I added another one in the middle of my date stamps. So that kind of ties everything together there. I wanted to add something a little bit extra to the 4x6 photos as well. So what I did is I grabbed over my tiny phrase sticker sheet. This is a December themed one that is white with green text. And I'm going to pick some that go well enough with the photos that I'm documenting, and I'm just going to layer up two, one on top of the other, on 3 of those photos. So I've got the one of Jonah on his blanket. I've got the one of the garland on the outside of the garage. I have the one of Aaron and I and the kids in the car with the Christmas tree. And actually, I'm going to do it on one more here as well, on the black and white photo of Aaron during our date night. And I like the way that that also, carries everything through. That's one of the things when I am documenting in Project Life is I try to come up with something that I can apply as a treatment to all of the similar items. So the heart stickers on all of the 3x4 photos, the tiny phrase stickers on all of the 4x6 photos. It helps to make my decision making much quicker, which is why a lot of times these Project Life spreads go so fast. But it also helps it to seem really cohesive by having those elements carry across the entire layout. The last thing I'm trying to figure out here is this green plus sign card. It just felt like there was a lot of green going on, and I wanted to add something else to it. So what I will end up doing is putting on a red skinny label there, and I will date stamp it with the date that we picked out our Christmas tree. All right, friends, that completes my layout for today. Love the way that this one came out. Loving, loving, loving all of those green and reds and the December feels of this layout. Also, the fact that I was finally able to get this story in Project Life makes me super happy as well, because that's just like one of my favorite December stories of all time. I hope that you enjoyed seeing how this layout came together today, and I hope that it inspires you to tell your stories this week as well. I'm going to be back with some more Project Life spreads throughout the course of this month, so hopefully I'll see you back here for those. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, friends.